It's Wednesday, October 1st, 2008. My name's Philip DeFranco. You're watching The Philip DeFranco Show at PhillyD.tv, where common sense comes to die. Let's jump into a lot of news because there's a lot of stuff going on. There are certain titles to stories that make you go, I should read this. One such title is Male School Teacher Leering at Schoolgirls While Stimulating Self with Homemade Electric Sex Toy in His Car. Wow. That's the kind of title that just hooks you. It's like, hey, you want to see some messed up shit like a midget fucking a horse? I'm just gonna say, wow. I am so glad I don't have a kid right now because one, I'd be a terrible parent. Me breeding, terrible idea. Two, everyone that seems to work at a school seems insane. Or a pseudo-pedophile, or a full-on blazing pedophile. Now I know that's not true for all teachers, okay? God bless the good teachers who do that job for the amount of money they do it. They have to be either insane or really passionate about what they're doing. Especially if they're not going there to molest your daughter. Or for some of the guys, your son. Who really loves the double standard that if the chick does it to the young boy, that's awesome. But the dude that does it to the young girl, that dude's a freak. While realistically, both those things should be equally sick, but it gets mixed around in our society. I've been fighting doing this for a long time, but I have a secret. I am Iron Man. Okay, I'm not really Iron Man, but the Iron Man 2 disc is out, and what? Why do they have this ridiculously cool case? I don't know. It's not gonna fit in with my other DVDs. But it's cool. I'm not like other superhero DVDs. Oh, you mean you're like really inconvenient, but super cool at the same time. I bet Batman wouldn't do this. Fuck Batman. That's inappropriate. If you've been living under a rock, you may not know the US economy has been more bipolar and uncertain than a really drunk girl at a frat party that you just had sex with. It's like, I'm so happy, I'm so sad, I'm so happy, I just lost 700 points in the Dow. I've just gone up 500 points. Son of a bitch, I wish I had $50,000 to go and get into Google. Google was under 400 points and then shot up like 45 points the next day. For those of you that don't understand the economy, what I mean is John McCain. That means I could have made a lot of money, but it didn't, because I didn't have the money to make the money. Bill's talking about the economy. Is he high? Maybe. But the reason I'm talking about the economy and Wall Street and the failed bailout plan is because it amuses me on a whole different level. One reason being, you might recall a clock that's called our national debt clock. It shows how much debt the US owes. The reason it's funny to me is that the debt is so high now that the clock doesn't even have enough spaces to show how much money we owe. Or at least it will be when this bailout plan works. If it works. You know, when I look through the comments, a lot of people are saying, Phil, you gotta give us your opinion on the economy. And all I can really say are the words of a man much wiser than me. I'm gonna tell you, like you told me, cash moves everything around me. Dollar bills, y'all. Dollar bills, y'all. Think about it. Dear people who have GPS for their cars, a GPS is a device to help you. It is not a common sense replacer. So if you follow your GPS onto train tracks, you should use your brain thing to realize this is no longer a road, i.e. you should probably get on the road and off of the train tracks. So don't be surprised if you don't follow my rules and then your car gets hit by a train. But hey, at least you're our Wednesday douchebag of the day. Dudes, look what I just got in the... Oh, I just dropped it. Dudes, look what I just got in the mail. Oh! You may not know this, but I'm a nerd fighter. I'm a closet nerd fighter. A ninja nerd fighter. You may be wondering what a nerd fighter is. Do I fight nerds? No, I fight for nerds. I do have to thank the Greens for sending me this book. I will definitely give it a review after I read it, and I'll give it a pre-review before I actually read it. Much smarter than me. I'm pretty sure that defines the book, but I'm definitely gonna check it out. I think it's like, it's a physical version of an ebook. I haven't seen one of these in years. I think it's cool. It's like an artifact from the past. And that moves on to personal stuff because a lot of people have been asking about Philly D merchandise, and I'm not a big advocate of merchandising because it's kind of got this thing that's like, hey, guess what? I'm so awesome I should be on a shirt. But I decided if I could do something that involved a slight ego trip but also help charity, I would do it. So there are 3 PhillyD.tv shirts out: Douchebag of the Day, Philip DeFranco Show, and Bitches Be Crazy. All the shirts are available, links in the sidebar, and part of the profits do go to charity, pkdcure.org. Keep in mind this is the initial order, so the amount of stock that's actually in is very limited, so if you do want to get it, you should probably get it as fast as possible. Also, a few of you guys have already heard I'm in a web series with Kev Jumba, as well as many other YouTubers, and the web series is called Hooking Up. It's done by HBO Labs. I know you're like, what? You're in a web series? I know. They called me and I was like, hey, and they're like, how would you like to act? perfect. I was like, well, I've never done it before. They're like, that's perfect. By the way, I'm pretty fat, and I have really weird vampire teeth. That doesn't even matter. So what's the character? You're gonna be a freshman college student, but I look like I'm 29. Doesn't even matter. Really. Nope, not at all. So they put the first 2 episodes up today. If you want to check it out, the link's in the sidebar. I think you'll either enjoy it or have a good time laughing at how awkward I am. Either way, you might like it. You know, that's really all that mattered to me this Wednesday, October 1st, 2008. My name's Philip DeFranco, and you've just been filled in.
Sexy Phil, he's not sexy. Sexy Phil, he's a sexy.